Crazy you say that because my man, probably like the first 2 years of my bid, the big op, my man, whoa, shout out to Kill Bill. He said that to me. He hated it. Like I'm talking about like where he used to be like, and he told me one day like, yo man, I cook for you for a whole week if you just don't use the word nigga one time.
Did you stop?
So I tried. After like 3 hours, I was like, y'all niggas in here tripping.
It's a part of the lingo.
Y'all niggas is in there tripping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas making too much noise.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, you done, man. You ain't even make it to. I'm thinking he sleep. You know what I'm saying? To my old head, man.
Almost there.
Trapping in this game that
Yes, sir.
Before we introduce the podcast, we want to give a RIP to it's part of this podcast is the reason why I'm saying we got him here. It's just like timing. The timing is crazy.
The timing is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of
unfortunates.
It's a lot of young kids in the streets right now. Young men running around with guns, running around doing stuff that not even young men really. They young boys.
To us, they're kids for real.
13 to 17 years old is like the ones that's running.
They're still kids to me.
You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
So like, we want to give a RIP and the condolences to a young lady that just lost her life a couple days ago. We just want to try to shed light on the situation and try to just have the kids put the guns down, man. Some way, somehow.
Yes.
Some way stop the violence.
Yeah.
We could put our 2 cents in and maybe we can motivate somebody to be like, look at us or look at my son right here and be like,
it's possible.
It's possible. Let me do something different.
It's more than possible. So we want to give a big condolences to the Jackson family. Sorry for your loss, Kimnisha. Sorry for your loss to the Davis family. I believe her name was Kimani.
Kimani Davis.
AKA Kiki. Kimani Davis. We got to figure out another way, people. And I know it's not the older cats, you know what I'm saying? It's usually the younger dudes.
That's what it mainly is right now.
You know what I'm saying? They going nuts right now. And I can't even blame the parents no more because in the field I work in, I get a lot of kids that come in and the parents are there. And they just don't know what to do with some of these kids, you know what I'm saying? They have a mind of their own. They're getting taught by people inside the schools who don't really know how to navigate life, and sometimes their situations are tougher than others as far as coming up or growing up or what they don't have. I was blessed to have a single mother who was solid and strong and stood on business and like, yo, this is how it's gonna go. You come at this time, we ain't gonna allow no disrespect. Some kids ain't trying to hear that. And I think it is a mental health thing that's a deeper conversation, you know what I'm saying, that we need to have with these kids, even with these parents. And not to go off topic, I had a situation where this mother was coming to my job and she was dropping off her daughter's clothes with a visit and she broke down like, I don't feel comfortable with having my daughter here, but I have to do it. She didn't want, so she was having separation anxiety and she was breaking down as if she needed the same help her daughter needed. And that spoke volumes to me because parents are going through something too, while the kids are in the household. And the kids are seeing that and they might be having those same feelings and don't know how to detach or attach to them or get the help they need. So it might be a bigger conversation we need to have. Nonetheless, y'all gotta hold yourself accountable. So whoever is about that life or doing these things to harm others, you're hurting the families, dude. You're hurting the city because this is a serious loss. A lot of us are connected to this, like you were just saying.
Big time, man.
This is somebody's niece. This is somebody's daughter. This is somebody's grandchild. This is somebody's cousin. This is somebody's. She had a baby. She got a little baby girl. It's disgusting work out here, man. So I know us adults are trying to figure this out, but let's work on that. So RIP to Kiki. Condolences to the Jackson and Davis family. We love y'all. Big shouts out to y'all.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I know growing up, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't in the streets, but I was just around all the activity.
For sure.
You know, but like all three of us probably was.
Hood.
We used to have a code, man.
Oh man,
Always a code on like anything.
girls.
it was rules to
No
to
kids,
a lot
no
of things.
girls, no women. Like it's
It's
at least
disgusting.
if y'all gonna be doing this stuff, man, at least have some type of like, at least bring back a code or something. Like have some type of integrity, moral something.
I think that, and we're gonna get into it with you because you can speak on that. A lot of these codes been gone. I'm talking 90s,
don't exist no
like
more.
2000s. You know what I mean? 2020s, 2010s. The code been gone.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just showing a little bit more now. Like, I only can speak because, like you said, I've been around it. I know dudes who went to jail, came home. My brother did it his time. He came home and was like, it's over. Like, it's over. Like, the game is trash. And if you are a part of the game and you staying safe, you know what I mean? Continue to stay safe. I ain't condoning nothing, but watch yourself, because there ain't no code, there ain't no loyalty. The discipline is gone. Raise your kids. Raise your kids. They need you. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, I just said I had to leave my son. When I see my son look at me after he make a basket and the excitement he get,
Yeah.
ain't nothing better, bro.
Man.
Go to your kids, man. If you ain't got it, that's cool. They don't want much.
Yeah, they just want your time.
They just want your time and presence. You can speak on that, because being a brother who just came home,
You got a daughter.
and let's get back into introduction. Let's get to the introduction.
Let's intro the pod and intro the guests.
For sure.
Yeah, again, R.I.P. to each
R.I.P.
lady.
Rest in peace.
Let key.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm 19.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, it's the Two Brothers Point of View podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm your boy Ed Blackshear.
I'm your boy G Brown, aka G.
Again, this is 2VPOV, Two Brothers Point of View podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know, like I said before, we got a special guest. My dog, Buddy Love, aka Gary Love.
What's up with it?
Shout out to
God.
Papa Gary, yeah.
Shout out to Gary C.
Shout out to the family.
To the dude
Missy
who
Lane.
made this happen.
Word up. They held it
Pop.
down. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
With my guys, the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate you pulling up on us, man. This
Yeah,
is
my
big.
dog, man, my dog just came home. If you ain't, know,
If we ain't get
Ain't no-
get the memo.
yeah,
And
we wanted to,
That shit felt like a while, huh, man?
yeah, for like a long time.
My boys been rocking with me for this day one, too.
man, listen, when we seen it happen, it was like we lost somebody.
Was sick.
Yo,
Was sick.
We was really down. Like,
Sick.
damn.
hell yeah,
Sick,
man.
man.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So in the scheme of things, like my boy always like to do, my partner here, we always like to get in the beginning stages of life and talk about, you know, things we've been through, things that taught you, what brought to where where you are now. And before you got to hard times, you was in a route of, you know, athlete minded,
Right.
you know, hood minded. What was one of your goals in life? You know what I mean? And what inspired you to try to get into that? Because I know you wanted to be a baller, but what helped you get to that route? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, just being everybody doing the same thing. You know,
That's a fact.
we going to Addison Miller, and after that, we going to James Street to play ball.
All
We
day.
watching y'all ball. So,
Yeah.
it was, you know, everybody wanted the ball. So, it was
Yeah.
regular. It was just like Allen Iverson was out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes,
He the GOAT.
that was the era.
Yeah.
That's how I said, because, you know, he kind of like, you know, he sparked that thing, and, you know, I wanted to play basketball. I see AI, you know, he got the jewelry and the women, and
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yes, you're
it's
right.
crazy, but it's a twist to that too, though, because it's like we see that, you know, we see Dub, like, you know what I'm saying? He
You see
coming out-
Dub rare form.
Yeah, 50 a game, Dub.
Feel me?
So,
Hello.
like, this shit like that, you know, inspired me to play ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, watching y'all. Mookie, her prime.
First of all,
Yeah, that's
that's the one.
the one.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
it's
A lot
just
of
a-
people don't even know Mookie named me Buddy, man.
Word.
Word?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna put that out there on the podcast, man.
Yeah.
He gave me my name when we was kids.
Oh, that's crazy. I never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to McLovin.
That's a fact. Shout out to Mookie, because she held you down. She
That was a
showed
point score.
crazy love every chance she got.
Of course,
for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's for shout out
That's
to my
it.
family, man.
Absolutely, they showed it.
Mookie,
Yes.
shout out to my mom, my father,
Facts. Facts.
Shelly, my daughter, my family, my support, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's
Say
crazy?
that first, and all my guys. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Definitely.
All my guys that show the support.
Yeah.
Or
Mookie was like Because for me, only woman basketball player I was thinking about was my Greta Burke.
Word.
When I seen Mookie hoop, I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
it's somebody else out here, you know what I mean?
Margaretta too.
I always
Margaretta.
knew Mookie was like that though, because Mookie was hooping with us
That's a fact.
in the street.
That's a
In the
fact.
street on Grove, on Steuben, like she's just hooping in the street with guys.
Yes.
Hit threes from.
That's all we wanted to do was hoop, man. Back in
Yeah.
the day. That's the difference now with the kids. It's like you go by the courts and they empty, and these kids ain't playing no basketball.
Yeah.
Like we used to be beasting to play basketball.
Dude,
I mean,
all
me,
night.
Me and Dad used to play basketball all night.
All
We
night.
on James Street, and then
I was just telling him that was my tour days. I was
Yeah.
going out there 2 days. Only time I went home was when I needed something to drink.
Yeah, your parents had to tell you not to go. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you can't go down there today.
Man,
It might not be safe today.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
I mean, like you had to,
No.
like I had to like sneak to James Street Court a lot of
That's
times.
a fact.
It's like,
And it was different because it was like, you know, like we could go to James Street and play ball all night. And like you said, it was morals and rules. So, you know, you know, the gangsters and the old heads back then, like
They kept
that
you
I
over
came
there.
up under, like, you know, they wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the ages and the B's, the breakdowns
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
hugs. Like, you know,
Yes.
free those guys.
Free those guys.
Shout out holiday hugs, you know what I'm saying? But those dudes was like, yo, stay playing ball, you know what I'm saying?
That's where it's at.
Yo, I got you on some sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Bezo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
crazy. I
A lot of hood.
telling somebody that the other day. I'm
So
like,
it
yo,
made you, you know what I mean? It made you want to play basketball. They come to the court.
It made you
they
feel
come to the
good.
swimming pool, Addison Miller, they buy everybody a big
Yes.
There's a different type of like,
yeah.
Respect
Yeah, shout
for
out to those guys, man. Them guys kept me on my straight and narrow.
Yes.
Shout out to the
yeah, free those guys.
Cornhill Mafia guys.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, my Uncle Steve was around a lot of them guys.
Steve,
And
that's my
shout out to Uncle Steve.
yeah, shout out to Uncle Steve.
Steve, not the little Steve.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Steve. That's a fact.
Steve was that dude. Man.
You wouldn't know Uncle Steve.
Yeah, but I used to drive
major
my bike down
figure.
there to the corner of Steuben and Grove. You know, that was their little spot in that parking lot. And I used to be in my head. I used to be thinking like maybe I could be like them one day. Like they got the girls, they got the bread on.
They
this
got the
corner.
bread.
Them motherfuckers used to be like, Ed, take your ass out of here.
This ain't it.
Go play some
Yeah,
fucking
it's
basketball.
crazy
Take your ass.
because,
They used to
like-
really deter me from doing shit like
Yeah.
Yeah, because they was real niggas, man. I can
Yeah.
say the word nigga on this podcast.
Yeah, they was real ass niggas.
Niggas, yeah.
It's crazy because it's just, you know, that's the flip side too. Because like I said, like I always use like Allen Iverson, like because he was that image that, you know,
Culture.
Yeah, it was culture. And
Yeah.
like I said, with those guys, for me, like my upbringing, as far as a little bit of the turnaround, I would watch Allen Iverson go to the game. He icy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Braids,
And he got
baggy.
the braids. He wearing Kobe jersey or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doing different things, different swag.
Look
And then
like
I
you.
go down the street and walk to Steuben and Grove, and I see A and B with the same shit on. So I be like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So that's what
like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes is making a way. So
Yeah.
it's like a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
conflict.
Yeah, it just,
You know, and with that being said, it's like you say AI, and don't get me wrong, we loved a lot of basketball players, but we couldn't get to them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We couldn't,
Yeah.
no pause, touch them and be like, yo, how do we do this? Or what can I do to get here? Granted, when we say Dub, we talking about Joshua Wright. We definitely had a person in Joshua Wright, but he was a rare breed. If you haven't seen a person up close who was legitimately on that level of game, Oliver Rogers, you know Joshua Wright, many others, many others if we ain't naming
Hey,
them.
man.
Yeah, free
I mean,
mini.
free many, that's a fact.
Yeah, because Dub, that's my shout out, Dub, man. I ain't gonna lie, Dub, through my bid, through the 10 years I did, Dub really reached out to me a lot too.
Yes.
And he came along at some times where that shit was hard.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
just pop up.
Yeah.
Send me some pictures, some brand, like, Dub is my God.
Well, I think he knew
That's what's up.
he had love for you like we all did at an early age. We seen the potential in you, know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know him, he was a baller.
Yeah,
You see a baller and he did the same for a lot of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? At a young age, like grabbed us like, yo, this is how you do this to a degree. More, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you type of an individual. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was different, man.
He was different.
He was definitely-
Another influencer for us. But like I was saying, when we don't have somebody who we can, you know what I mean, talk to, get close to, and show us the route and way,
Yeah.
I always put that. I'm not trying to not take accountability for not putting my hard work into becoming who I wanted to become, but some kids are different. Some kids need different attention
Right.
and a different guidance, a different path. And You know what I mean? It just goes to show, you know what I mean? You need that. So what you basically is saying, those people on the block was close. Even though they pushed you away, you almost like, without asking or without trying, you geared yourself into that.
Right.
With the money, with the women, with the attention, with the respect.
They was our superstars though.
They was our superstars.
Like, I looked at them guys growing up too. Like they was our superstars. I said this a lot before. I said this on another podcast. I think I was on Rich podcast.
Okay.
I said this before. I was like, yo, when I was little, the 20, 30-year-old dudes that we looked up to, it wasn't dudes like a Jeff Ed Blackshear that was like,
no,
oh, them motherfuckers is cool. Like they dress fly. Like
without doing
they got
X, Y, and Z.
We didn't have a lot of those. The ones that we was looking at was like the ones he just named. They was like our superstars. Like they fly.
And it's crazy because the dudes back in the day for me, it's like in your hood, you're supposed to be safe. Like a lot of people be like, yo, my hood, da, da, da. You know, nobody don't want to be in the hood. You know, we from Cornhill, so it's like
born and raised, first of all.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to the hill.
Shout out
the
to
real hill. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
A fact.
So it was safe for us
to
go out, and I could go to Steuben and Grove and walk to the store. Like now, it's like it's crazy. I would never send my daughter to the store to go.
What?
Never.
By herself. Like
what?
at 6 years old, me and my mate. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
You know what I'm saying? Another one. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
a fact.
And we used to ride bikes till 12 at night.
Bro,
around
same we did. Same shit.
I can't explain. See, I can't explain.
Shit is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of real shit going on.
You said 12.
It was just like
they shooting at 12 right now.
Yeah.
Right.
They got pistols at 12 right now.
They on bikes at 12.
Damn, they're trying to have a child at 12.
I know.
With extendo clips.
You know what I mean?
Like you
Like
said, it's just. I feel like your hood should be a safe haven. Like for back then, our hood was a safe haven. When we was in Cornhill, we was good. You might go to the west side, the east side, you might feel. Now it's like, to them, it's like, it's just nasty.
It's nasty work.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so nasty that the people that actually could step out, I feel like, and how would I say this? Like kind of like reconstruct it a little bit.
There you go.
They don't even want to be bothered. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the kids are disrespectful to another degree. Like you say certain things and they take it another way. You know what I mean? Another
It's
way.
a little different, man.
It's a little different. Like you were speaking on how close we were as kids.
Right.
My mother knew your mother.
absolutely, yeah.
Grandparents.
Yes.
So if they see you, oh, that's such and such
You
son.
already know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Getting the phone call.
Either you hungry or you want to play or you get permission to come over. Where you at? We ain't have phones.
Yeah, if you
We had bikes.
Yeah, if you was somewhere you wasn't supposed to be, you already know when you was about to get home that
I'm
you
riding
that such and such already
looking for my
called.
boy. That's a fact.
Yeah, such and
I'm
such.
riding around looking for my boys. I knew 4 to 5 houses to go to.
Yeah.
Earn crib, a lot of other people's cribs.
Yeah.
If my bikes is in front of there, oh, that's where they at.
King
Yeah.
Park,
And I'm
King
knocking on the
Street
door.
Park.
Yeah, we know where we at. No phones. Mothers didn't know. Boy, you just better be back here when it's time to eat or when the lights come on
Yep.
or you better check in.
Bro, that's such different times. Yeah, the way when you talk about that, and I think about when we was young, that's such different times.
Super
yo.
different.
Such different times. No phone. Like we just found each other.
That's a fact.
We just found each other,
That's
just
it.
hanging out.
It was a meetup spot. Like now it's different, man. Like, and it's way different for me after just doing 10 straight. So it's like
Sheesh.
a lot of shit is way different, but we just gotta, everybody gotta come back together. Like you said, even the kids' parents, they beefing. So they like the females, like the mothers, like no disrespect to the mothers, because like you said, they trying. You know what I'm saying?
I was raised by a single
like,
woman, so I
yeah.
get it.
It's just like you gotta. I don't know what we gotta do.
You gotta reconstruct the mindsets.
No, that's
Whatever we need to do.
That's the
I'm trying to
truth.
do.
Yeah.
It matters. I don't know what we gotta do, but I know we have to do it. I know that sounds weird.
It's got to start here somehow. Some here it's got to start here. But what do we do here? To like, where do we start here? Like, where do we start here to even?
It's crazy.
Get it
'Cause
going.
when I was locked up, I used to think about all of this, and this is beautiful for me. The podcast coming on, just shedding some love to the city. I used to think about like, damn, when I used to be hearing, kids getting killed. Shelly would tell me, oh, this kid 15, he got killed. I was like, damn, like, because I was a part of that when I was doing what I was doing, not paying attention though, subconsciously, not even paying, not knowing.
So it's
It's me and my dudes was being like, what I'm saying? Even to shout out my dudes, you know what I'm saying? Those my guys. But, we was a part of the mess. It's a big mess. But,
It's a big mess.
And they don't really know what's going on. Like, you know,
Because that's not the
20
mindset.
years old.
Yeah.
You got hundreds of thousands of dollars on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Running around. Like, what you gonna tell me? Like,
Right. I'm just doing things that
then
to provide.
right, and then it also comes with, you know, trauma that I lost people. Like,
For sure.
my man, you feel me? I was doing great until Sean died.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? You know that.
Oh,
eh?
yeah.
just had this
I was
release.
there the whole time, the transition.
I was good. I was going to school. I went
Yeah.
to play prep school in Westchester back.
Yes, sir. I remember.
Remember, I was getting busy.
We was rooting for y'all. We seen newspaper clips. We
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I was
bro,
great,
on it.
man.
That's a fact.
He went to
Went
Ace
to
Triple.
school, and that happened. You know what I'm saying? We went back on a break, and that was the big twist for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that, like, really, that shit killed me. You feel me?
Let me tell you
And
something.
it hurt because it was like a, you know, the dudes who did it was, you know, those was the guys.
Close.
So it's like,
Oh, my God.
like, you know what I mean? So
It's
Yeah.
unhealthy.
Yeah.
And Leash was talking about this last episode, which y'all gonna see soon, that we are numb to stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we done seen so
weird, bro.
much. It's not that shit not healthy.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, seeing certain deaths on the regular, hearing about it.
Right.
Now we be like, oh, word. Certain people would tear and cry.
yo, it's crazy because when people die, and my mother told me this, like, after Sean died, after, like, somebody would get killed for me, and then, you know, like I said, the lifestyle, whatever, I'd be in the kitchen with my mother, and she'd be like, oh, well, you heard about that? And I'd be like, yeah, that shit is crazy. And she'd be like, yo, like, you acting like it don't faze you. You know what I'm saying?
Because it
And,
don't, bro.
like, when you said that, it just hit me because it's like, yo, we all numb to certain shit, and it's not normal. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
that's not fucking
It's not supposed to be normal. Like,
We supposed to go see somebody for
Right.
counseling after losing, and now it's almost like we're past the counseling. Like, we are so numb to stuff. We've been dealing with this and
Years, bro.
since we were kids, bro.
But this what I'm saying. We are our own counselors because, like you said, like, the guidance for the kids, like, that shit hurt. Like, they just lost, you know what I'm saying? The kids are her friends. This 19-year-old girl, she just lost her life. Ain't nobody going to counseling, you feel me?
No.
I mean, they got the, shout out to Shan, you know, they got the ICANN thing. That's nice.
Shout out to them for sure.
They are trying. You
They
feel
are
me?
doing it. They're putting a valid effort
They
in.
could do that, but it's just like you said, they need more help.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
kids
because
just
people
pushing
just
through.
put it, yeah, they
Just
just
pushing through.
They pushing through, bro.
Pushing
I
through.
agree,
I'm
man.
glad,
what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought that up too, because a lot of people, a lot of people will judge somebody like you.
Right.
You went to jail for 10 years for what you was doing, but nobody thought about the backstory. Like you just said, like you was doing great.
Right.
I was there through the whole, I was there for the whole thing.
That's
I
a
watched
fact.
you
Fact.
play ball.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you and Kyle Larry, y'all was roommates at H Triple.
My brother, shout out to my
You know what I'm saying? They was at, yeah. You know what
my
I'm saying? Like we used to go out there, you know what I'm saying, visit y'all and all that. And I was watching you do good, you know what I'm saying? And then that happened. And then nobody talks about that. They would judge and be like, why the fuck would he go out there and sell drugs? People would judge that.
Right.
And look at him like you a monster or something.
Yo.
But not knowing like that was trauma.
Word.
That trauma, it triggered something.
Use the word monster, right? Because after, like, with the whole case and everything, after I was getting sentenced, I couldn't believe. I'm like, yo, y'all giving me 15 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Never
for
been arrested.
drugs. Like, I never been arrested. All right, yeah, I'm top, whatever, dog. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to talk about.
But, and my mother was like, yo, they saying you a monster and you this and you know you control this and I'm like, all right. She like, yo, I can't believe it, da-da-da. And my uncle, he just passed away too. My uncle, Jimmy, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
And he told me, he said, yo, listen, I know you saying that, you know, you in the streets and all that. He like, yo, just read the piece of paper of the stuff that they had on me. You feel me? And he was like, take yourself outside of yourself, basically, and read it.
Sheesh.
Would you think that this person is a monster? You feel what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
And then
No,
I
you
read it,
wouldn't.
I'm like, if I read the paper, but that's the problem because these kids, the DAs, they don't know these kids.
This is what I'm
You
saying.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
It's a
The backstory.
disconnect.
Yeah, they don't know the
it's a
backstory.
disconnect.
It's
It's not
super.
like back in the day when the police used to come pull over, get out the car. They might play a whole 4-court game with us. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like it's not the same. Like you see in the suburbs area, they pull over and speak to the families and they do that. Like it's not really.
It's really like that.
It's such a different type of conversation when it comes to that. And I agree with your uncle. You take yourself out, that's deep.
Right.
Take yourself out of yourself and look at it into a perspective of, say, the DA,
The district
or
attorney?
anybody. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna label you as a such and
Crazy,
such.
but it's crazy because it's been, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple guys, him, Mario.
Yeah.
Shout out to our dog Mario. He free
Shout out to Mar.
Yeah,
Welcome
saying,
home.
like,
Welcome
these guys-
home, Mar.
When both these guys got sentenced, I was thinking the same thing. Hack. Pretty much
Shout out to Hack,
Talk to
King,
Hack this
Flag.
morning. Let's talk to Hack this morning.
Oh yeah, shout him out.
Word.
Yeah.
Peace and love to the bro,
Shout out to my son Hack. But
to the family.
yeah, but yo, dudes getting sentenced, never been in trouble in their lives, and y'all gonna give them 15 years. Y'all gonna give a black man 15 years.
Right.
and
Well,
he
now we
never
know.
did nothing
Look,
else.
it's crazy though, and I always say, you know, they did me dirty, so it's like, you know, I'm always shooting at them. Like they know, you feel me? Like that's just part of me. I'm just starting. Like I'm gonna make sure that I put my little piece in there, so they know. Like y'all gotta start doing better, cause it start with them. But I'm gonna keep it 100. He said some real shit to me, like, cause he tried to get me to do the hotel and shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never gonna happen. But
Right.
he sat me down. I had a conversation with this man. I'm saying,
Who's that?
the district attorney, Grant Garamo, and he was like, I'm like, damn, like, why you want to give me 15 years? Like, you know what I'm saying? How am I getting 15 years and everybody else is getting less, whatever the case may be? And he like, yo, listen, if I give you 5 years for these crimes, you're gonna go up there for 2 years because you're smart. You're gonna get good time, and you're gonna come home, and you're gonna be a bigger problem for me. You're not gonna learn your lesson. You feel what I'm saying? And at times I'm like, what? I'm like, look though, yeah, look for real though.
God damn.
I'm like, nah, but listen,
I'm like, man, fuck you.
no, listen, yo, you know it ended with a fuck you. That's a fact. You know that too. Like, he gonna
I would have
see this,
said
he
it
gonna-
too. I want to say it to him
But
now,
I'm
man.
to say this, not to say that I agree with what
Right.
he did.
He not wrong to a
But-
degree.
He's right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I would never really sit down with him face to face, even though he might see this, and tell him he was right. So if he see it, he gonna know I said it.
His ugly ass ain't gonna see this shit.
Like,
He might.
joking, but look, he was right. But I don't think it was 15. But he told me, he said, but if I give you 15 years, you're gonna do 10 years, and you just might come home, and you might change your perspective on life and save your life. He said that shit to me, so
Yeah.
I ain't really never paying no mind. But you know what?
In the moment, it's like, fuck
yeah, in the
you.
moment, it's like, what? Like, you crazy? But later down the line, I thought about it, and I always say that. Like, people be like, yo, you sound stupid saying that. Like, I think I said that shit to, like, GA and them one time. Shout out to my bro.
Shout out to the bro. That's
my heart.
real shit. Best combos
And he
ever
was
had.
like, yo, that shit makes sense. Because, in a sense, the way that things was going when I got locked up, after we got locked up and left the streets, I want to say, and you know, like Age left the streets, like B, like certain people, I feel like it got crazy. Like, it might have just been normal, but I feel like from like speaking to y'all and all that on the phone, like it just got out of hand. Like, you know what I'm
Bruh.
saying?
It did.
It got
So it
really
Nah,
wicked.
Now that you say
So it
that,
might have saved my life. That's how
You're
I look
right.
at it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
This is true.
It
Yeah,
could have
'cause you-
definitely saved my
Because
life.
you was really like the generation after them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, those guys is like the older guys that was the guys he was looking at. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys is really the generation like us and you, like the generation after them. You know what I'm saying? Then you left the streets. Now the kids now, like, it's a whole nother
And it's a different group of kids,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you went through some things and you had to go through a process. You said it was drugs.
Right.
And the way it went about was probably uncomfortable for you because you had people who you thought was your folks.
Yeah, my dogs, man.
And they somewhat turned their back on you, or
Yeah, I mean, like
because this is reality, man. I'm gonna say this.
we here, man. So
This is reality. Some of us run with a lot of folks who ain't built for that shit.
hell nah.
And when they come at your door, you better know what you gotta say.
yeah, kids, listen to this.
You better know what you gotta
This is
say
a
and
good
do
part that he
because
listens
I'm talking about the motherfucker who slept in your bed, not pause. You know what I mean? As a friend,
As a friend, sleeping head to toe. Since
at your mom,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, trust me, man.
cut it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about who
Nah,
know your
real
mom. Who
shit.
know your mom? My mom fed you. You
Word.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We might take you to work or whatever the case. We treated you like a family member. That motherfucker is probably hating you.
Yeah.
Hate what you got, and for less than a penny, they'll throw you under that motherfucking bus.
It's crazy because you say that because you know, you got some, you know, it's genuine, some dudes, and then some dudes hold it down, some don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm to the point now where I really don't, I'm not going to be running around with nobody who just telling because it just kind of go against everything that I've stood for. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
My situation. But I don't judge them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that dudes is just certain dudes not built for it.
This
and like
is true.
Ed said, it's like, pay attention. Like, you gotta know. You ain't gonna know it until you gotta know it. So it's
You
like,
gotta know.
I always tell dudes be like, oh, this dude is a shooter and this dude is this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, this dude get in that courtroom
And they gonna fold like
and you
a
can't
fucking-
do the time, then it's just like,
I'm giving it to him.
but yeah, I'm giving it to him.
He can have it.
He did it.
He got it. I
I'm
want
just
him to
saying.
do it. No, for
Nah,
real,
that shit
because
wicked too.
dudes wore wires on me. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like,
nice.
People you know.
how do you wear a wire on somebody that's feeding you?
Wow.
And this is the thing, what I say that comes back to
Like,
the loyalty is gone. The game is trash.
yeah.
And not condoning nothing, be by yourself.
Hey, yo,
What the
it's
fuck?
so crazy to say the loyalty in the game and all of that. I feel like this, G. Look, I feel like the loyalty to oneself is gone. Because it's not even like my loyalty to y'all
Yeah.
that I won't tell on y'all. It's like my loyalty to myself. Like, how
Right.
am I looking at myself in the mirror and I send G and Ed away? Like,
Yeah.
for something I did. Like,
Right.
You understand what I'm
like,
saying?
you gotta stand on
Right.
what you
It's there
fucking
'cause
did.
It's like people don't care about their image as far as like shit like that. Like, but they just want to get fly and jewelry and the corny shit.
Do the same shit, the corny shit.
The corny shit. Like,
They do the same shit you
like even for the record, this is old shit. I want that.
Man, fuck people. If you can't nah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I
They
know.
glamorize it, and,
I know.
you know, like this.
I got a
blockchain,
bottle of
you know what I'm
Moet
saying?
at
But
my feet. I did it on
traded my
purpose.
own one and got
This
this one.
bitch.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there, but
People
I
act
say that
weird.
The kids now, they worried about how they dress too much. They worried about this. They not worried about their actual image and how they carry themselves. Like, I couldn't go down there with your moms and around your people and be swearing and
Yeah,
suck my dick.
exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly.
I couldn't
Exactly.
do that. These kids do that. Like the other day, the dog with my pop said he was sitting on the porch. And everybody know our household and the dogs. And the dog was barking. And a little kid was walking by, a little young kid. It was kind of darkish. And he kicked the gate. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I kept walking while slow. And my pop's like, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing to you type shit. Like, just relax. Like, regular, you know, that's G. That's big G.
That's Big G.
Little nigga was like, yeah, I know he ain't gonna do nothing to me. I know he ain't gonna like.
And that's wild.
And I'm just, in my mind, I'm like,
Yeah, that would
Nigga,
never
I will
happen.
slap
Bro,
the
we would never
dog
do
shit out
that.
you, boy.
We would never, like, we'd swear around each other.
yeah.
We'd grow up swearing around each other, cussing, saying nigga
Or
this,
get
F
caught.
that.
If you get caught,
You get caught,
you
yeah,
get
you like,
a
ooh.
phone call.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But nah,
I heard your boy cursing at the store.
yeah, you know.
I wasn't even at the store.
Yeah, you know, like we would never be that disrespectful. And it's like a whole different era where kids now, like, it don't even matter. I see kids 9. Like my son played ball with, you know what I'm saying? He played with 7, 8, 9-year-old kids. And these kids literally be just like, I'm sitting in the stands, like we waiting for us to play. And this kid sitting behind me and they swearing like, nigga, I'm a whole adult in front of you. Like you swearing like in front of me. I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never do that at that age.
I remember when I was young and we kept saying this, but I think he was there too. We was playing for Spirit. And we kept saying the word nigga.
Yeah.
And out of all the kids, as we get away, he stopped me and said, yo, man, why you love using that word so much? And I ain't have no motherfucking answer for him, you know what I'm saying? But I understood now, being as young as I was around an older gentleman, you know what I'm saying? How rude and disrespectful that could be just by his presence. I looked at him like, oh, I was wilding.
Yeah.
It's
Felt it.
It's crazy you say that because my man, probably like the first 2 years of my bid, the big op, my man, well, shout out to Kill Bill. He said that to me. He hated it. Like I'm talking about like where he used to be like, And he told me one day, like, yo, man, I cook for you for a whole week if you just don't use the word nigga one time.
Did you stop?
So I tried. After like 3 hours, I was like, y'all niggas in here tripping.
It's a part of the lingo.
Y'all niggas is in there tripping. I'm saying, y'all niggas making too much noise.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, you done, man. You ain't even make it to. I'm thinking he sleep. You know what I'm saying? To my old head, man. But nah, for real, man. It's gotta be some type of. It ain't gonna change overnight.
Yeah.
This conversation we having, it's not gonna change it. But the fact that we recognizing it and it's people that's willing to help these kids and shit, that's all we gotta do, bro. Like me, like I'm really for that shit now. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
I did, bro. I'm for it. I don't want to see, because they don't understand. Like, if you grown and shit and you been through it and you understand whatever. The kids don't understand. They ain't gonna know what it feel like to be spinning in that Attica yard or that Elmira yard. You know what I'm saying? Looking at that wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
Wondering if you really gonna get out and do time.
Yeah, I'm walking around this shit. I'm thinking I'm never.
You can't even talk to your family. You can't even call. You can't even pick your phone up and call your sister.
Lonely because the people you think gonna be there for you don't be there. Like, I never would have thought, like, y'all my guys, I love y'all. You feel me? But I wouldn't think that y'all be emailing me all the time, sending me bread. You know what I'm saying? Consistently, y'all did that. It be the people, and my son Smooth, man. Shout out my son.
Shout out to Smooth. Smooth, you talk about you all the time.
Word.
My heart, man.
That's my bro.
Like, yo,
He talked about you a lot. Like,
when
my
they
boy.
sentenced me, Smooth was working in the county at the
I
time.
was with him.
And they sentenced me, and I was saying to myself, and he came, and me and Smooth was like dropping tears together. He like, damn, like, you, damn. Bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, I'm gonna be good though.
That's a
I'm
fact.
gonna do this time. I'm gonna get my program. You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna do what you gotta
I'm
do.
gonna do what I gotta do. It's over. You feel me? Because the niggas I thought that was with me wasn't really with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's
And that goes to show, and not to put pressure on people, you know what I'm saying? Because now we know that everybody can't handle not being in your shoes, but also being outside of, like, being there for you. Like, they might be going through something themselves, you know what I mean? So even today, when if I'm going through something, I don't blame the next man.
right. Absolutely not.
It's all
I gotta
me.
stand on my shit, you know what I mean? I had a tough time out here, you know what I mean, financially, but that comeback ain't nothing like that motherfucking comeback. You hear me? Like,
It's one of the biggest things I'm trying to teach my
It's
kids.
beautiful.
you dig what I'm saying? I was gonna get into that.
I see my daughter, she smiling every morning, can nothing beat that.
You feel what I'm
It's so
saying?
crazy because even with the situation, with my situation, real quick, like dudes who did bad or whatever you want to call it, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
I'm so the type of person, I wouldn't even say like real nigga or the most thoroughest nigga, but as a genuine friend, you could have told me, like, I can't do this shit, bro. Like, I would have been like, all right, then I'm gonna tell him that it's my, you know what I'm saying? I do that because I know what I got myself into. I was
Absolutely.
prepared because I was smart enough to pay attention to the niggas before me, the brothers before me, rather, like, and see what they got. So I knew that if I kept going down this road, I was gonna get no time. 15, hell no, but I knew I was going to jail. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit is part of it. If you're not willing to go to jail, then
If you don't know what comes with whatever comes with it, get your ass out.
That's
Yeah.
everything in life, man. That's everything in life. If you decide to do something, that's one thing I'm trying to teach my son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As growing up, as like teaching them how to be a man, is you got to stand on everything you decide that you want to be, or everything that you say. Like, sometimes he say stuff that he just, you know how kids, they just say things.
Just go for
and
it.
I always tell him, I was like, your words mean something. You can't just be saying the stuff that you just think all the time.
You
If
gotta
you
stay
say
in
it, like, you
business.
got to be standing by the stuff that you
Right.
that you saying. You can't do that. Like, if that's how you really feel, that's how you really feel. But if you don't mean it, you can't be saying stuff like that. Like, you got to stand on everything that you present yourself to be. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a
Just
fact.
to get into more of a positive light, you home now, man.
Yeah.
And I can't express more happiness for you than you feel for yourself.
Facts.
Yeah.
Now that you came home, because I remember seeing the videos when you came, you got to pick up your daughter from school.
Yeah.
That shit was
And it shed a tear. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And
especially off that thing.
bruh, I shed a tear and I just watched my son hit a basket in the gym. I'm like, God, what the fuck is wrong? Like,
Man.
like damn,
Thanks, man.
all he did was make a basket. I seen him make thousands of baskets by himself. I'm over here like, God damn, good shot, boy.
Real though.
All jokes aside,
Real.
but you home now, you know what I'm saying? And this is a different journey for you. This is a different life for you almost. Like you becoming a whole different. I see it.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to act like this is fake. You know what I mean? I see the difference in you as a man.
Right.
How old are you now, buddy?
I'm 33. I just turned 33.
Such a young fella. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we all young in there. I don't think we don't get old to about 70.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But being that you in this position you're in now, you know what I mean? How much motivation you got to become the man that you know you can become? Like,
I got an enormous amount of motivation, bro. Like, you
got some goals, aspirations. You got some,
I got to make it count. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shit, make it count, no excuses. Me and Tyra, we about to come out with some more shit very soon.
Oh yeah, let us know. We're gonna
Yeah,
promote that on the
you
show.
know what I mean?
We're
I'm
gonna
just
rock that
tapping
on
in
here.
with my guys. We're gonna do some things with that, and I'm dealing with the jewelry right now. Quiet as cat. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
beautiful.
Oh, that's what's
I'm
up.
trying to get into that shit right now. I'm trying to, save a little couple coins and do that. I was studying that throughout the bid,
Oh, beautiful.
so I'm about to do with this jewelry. So y'all need some nice chains and watch.
Oh, I want to, yes.
Wedding rings and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever y'all need. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get you back on here so we can show that off when you get a
Yeah,
chance.
next time I'll come back on here, I'm gonna be situated.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna have that shit on
Love
the
it.
go. And I want to help Dez too. My dude Dez. Shout out to Dez. What he doing with the
Yo,
kids?
Hey, man.
Yo, what Dez Tillery's doing with the
what he
basketball?
doing-
Yo,
Amazing.
he the best in the city right
Yo,
now. I
I'm
stand on that shit.
Bigging up Dez for a minute.
Best in the city right now, Dez. I'm standing on that
Yeah.
because
That's
he's
a
putting in
fact.
real work.
He is,
Yeah.
man. And
Real sharp.
He's showing them how you supposed to do it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
He did a stretch too.
That's a fact. He did his bed and kept his mouth shut.
That's
That's a fact. That's
That's
my
a
dog,
fact.
for real.
No, real shit.
He is doing amazing with
Yes.
his kids and
Amazing,
other
bro.
kids, and I want to help him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap into that shit with my boy.
That's beautiful.
And do
Yo,
that.
shout out to Dez. Dez
And his
is
sons.
breeding dogs.
He
Dez
breeding
is
real.
dog.
He breeding shit that I remember being.
Yeah.
Like the shit that he doing, I'm like, yo, if I was a youngster, I would have been.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I literally told Dez, I'm like, bro, the kids that you got,
We gotta
remind
get
me
them
of-
on here.
Remind me of me and G team.
Yeah.
We gotta get him on here.
Son, get his son on here too.
Yeah.
Get his son. Yeah, that's my little cousin too.
I got
his
y'all,
mama's
man.
side.
Talk to me because I'm his manager.
All right.
Saeed.
Hilarious.
He dog.
Look though,
Straight dog.
Hilarious.
I spoke to one of my dudes. He out in he had Memphis or somewhere out there, and he go around and he speak to the kids and shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap into that. For
That'll be dope.
Facts,
I'm
facts.
really about to do it. I've been chilling, man, working, staying out the way.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Man,
that.
appreciate it.
And like you said, you work, you got a job. We ain't gonna speak on your job, but you got a regular 9 to 5. You working hours, real man hours. You know what I'm saying?
He out.
Looking good, you know what I'm saying?
Healthy.
Looking healthy.
You know what I'm saying?
Here.
I think we speak volumes for a lot of youngsters. Please get this to your youngster to help them understand. It's a
Youngsters,
different route.
tap into this interview. This is a very, very important interview.
education.
You got somebody who was out here doing the stuff that y'all might be doing the things that y'all glorify.
Yeah.
He did it. But he ended up in situation, and he back now. He got out. He got a job.
Right.
Look at him.
We here.
I mean, he here.
Reach out.
He healthy.
Reach out
Reach out,
too.
you know what I'm saying?
I know mental health is real. Kids are stressed out. We don't want to believe that, but kids be stressed out too. From junior high school to high school, I see a lot of kids who go through things that you would never think they're going through, from bullying. You know, I never understood how important the bullying thing is going, but that shit is real.
Yeah.
It's bigger now than ever because they got
It's
social
bigger now
media.
than ever. Some of us don't know how to handle a bully.
Right.
Some of us ain't never had nobody to tell us, bully,
Right.
you beat their ass. But that ain't the route either. But at the same time, I ain't letting my son go out without, hey, somebody touch you, you hit their ass back.
Yeah, you know that.
And you'll talk about it when we get home.
Yeah.
But as far as reaching out, man, you see these black men right here, they
Absolutely.
can teach you something. You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
wait, man. I
We
can't.
accessible.
We can talk.
Everybody up
We
here is
accessible. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
And
up here is like accessible.
mental health, and I was gonna say that to you. If you ever need somebody to chop it up with, whether it's
Oh, you already know.
whatever it is, you know, even myself, I'm gonna reach out to y'all too, because I go through it.
Right.
And sometimes I need my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do. And that's a rarity. We fear that. We get this little, I don't know what it is. We got this pride we got to put aside.
Yeah,
Talk
man.
to them folks, man.
Got it.
People who you think love you, reach out to them. If they don't reach out like they said they would, then fuck them.
They don't like it.
Come on.
Hey, yo.
Move around.
You know what I mean? Learn that shit.
Wrap it up, right? So I just want to say, for my brand, to the kids, to the young girls, young men, Adults, make it count. No excuses, man.
Yes, sir.
I love
My
that.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
a
Make
fact.
it count, no excuses. Just keep making it count. And stop making excuses, man.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo,
Love
great
is love.
interview. Great interview. Before we shut it down, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy you home. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Major.
Talking to you over those years while you was locked up. When you first went in, I was like, not little buddy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, not little buddy.
That's all you see.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm happy you home.
Right.
I'm proud of you, and I look forward to everything you have coming next.
And I salute you for
Man,
standing on.
We support it all the way,
you know what I mean?
100%. Anything you ever need, just you know,
sure.
one phone call away.
Remember I threw that alley too, man.
Oh man, that was my.
We can't even get into that, but just remember that. Don't act like I ain't do that. And I was young too when I threw that.
Hey yo, I'm gonna get
That was
into
one
it.
of his
That
highlights
bitch
of
is
his-
out of bounds. Nobody thought I was gonna catch that hoe.
His life right there.
I dunked on my cousin
that
too. That
shit
motherfucker
so
still bring that.
Like playing rec ball.
No, it was the
The
hoops
game.
and dreams.
Word?
Baby.
Oh, word?
He put me
tossed
in the
that shit
game.
out of
He said,
bounds.
"Put in the game. I was balling.
That's a fact.
I
He was
think he had
killing.
the game winner too off
I
the
did.
free throw shot. My free throw, I missed the free
Yeah.
throw. Put it back.
Facts. But nigga, you tossed that shit up. That was a beautiful.
That's
that was a
what I'm
beautiful.
trying to tell you.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was a beautiful toss up. That's when these knees were okay. But I went and got that
Appreciate
bitch.
y'all.
And he fell. Yeah, shout out,
I really
man.
appreciate y'all. For
Peace and love to the folks, man. Rest in peace to Kiki.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Miss Davises and the Mr. Davises.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man. Yo, stop the violence, man.
Oh, rest in peace to Capo. Real talk.
Yeah, rest in peace to Capo, man. You know
Man,
everybody else.
he love y'all.
what I'm saying? Like I said,
Cornhill,
this is
stand
it.
up.
Buddy Love, Gary Austin,
Yes, sir.
Sam,
G Brown.
We gonna be next time we have Buddy on the show. Like he said, he gonna be up. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
He just came home, but he gonna be up. You know,
Everything gonna be a little
anything,
different.
Anything you need to be POV, we there for it. You heard?
Yeah.
Changes being.
So that's another episode, man.
Peace.
To be POV. I'm Ed Blackshear,
I'm G Brown, aka G.
and it's Two Brother Point of View podcast.
That's Eddie.
Oh yeah, shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to So
112.
So 112.
I mean, Exit 31.
X31 Exotic. Shout out to
Fact.
Rick.
Slice Pizza.
Slice Pizzeria.
That's a fact.
Connect
We got
Blends.
another one too. Who we got? Roosters? Is Roosters?
Oh yeah, Roosters gonna tap. Yeah, Roosters.
Shout out to Roosters.
We gonna we tapping in.
We got a lot of
Roosters.
folks.
Yeah, man.
Check us out.
Yeah, like I said, Connect the Lens, Brian the Camera. Shout out to Eddie, my dog Eddie,
a fact.
and Trey,
Love y'all.
and Eddie
Bros.
Trey.
And the first lady. Look at Trey.
And shout out to young
Good
his girl that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Breezy Baby.
Breezy baby.
Breezy baby.
Oh. Gotta put that on the back. Breezy baby. You gotta put that.
Yeah, man. But yo, till next time, tap in.
Absolutely. Peace.
Dad, we're almost there.